Hey guys, so we wanted to talk about yesterday's episode of New Amsterdam on NBC. Now, a little backstory: after ER wrapped, we didn't think we'd be interested in another medical drama. We didn't get into Grey's Anatomy or House or any of that stuff. They were just mom drama and just stupid to us. Now, I know there's going to be people that just love it and everything, and yeah, to each their own. That's cool.
Besides, after all the stuff happening in ER, you get to love the characters and know everyone's stories, and it's just hard to move right on to a new series of the same thing.
So, then, of course, we went along and did our own thing, watched our own shows, and then The Good Doctor showed up a couple of years ago. And it had a totally different take on the medical series with Freddie Highmore, who, if you remember him from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then he did, right before The Good Doctor, he did Bates Motel, which was an awesome series until they totally dropped the ball in the last season, trying to rewrite the storyline for Norman.
Which made Sacco not even exist if you watched the last season. But anyway, we can cap it off at season 4, right? And just be
just call it a 4-season series.
But he did a great job in that, though. It's not because of his acting or anything like that.
And so apparently he, as soon as Bates Motel wrapped, he had gotten the call for The Good Doctor. The thing with The Good Doctor is, and we'll get into this next week when the next half of the second season starts, is that he is autistic. And of course, everybody else thinks he can't do it. He's going to be a liability and this, that, and the other because he's different. Well, more often than not, he winds up seeing things differently. And that's the thing with autism. They see things on a different level than most people. And so it's just having to tap into that way of them seeing things.
We're talking about faith in the medical shows too, because it was such a different take on things.
And it also incorporated the Crip community on a certain level. So then last year we got word of a show named titled New Amsterdam. And the thing about that was, well, it didn't have anybody that's a Crip, but it was talking. The thing that got our attention was on the promo, Max, who is the new director, comes in and he says, everybody in the cardiac field, which is known for taking the majority of the money, he said, raise your hand.
Like if you
And
put money over care, yes.
and he immediately says, you're fired. And they're all like, what the hell? And
keeping in mind too that this is in New York, where fast paced and time is money, and it all just kind of, talk and so even there, probably that was a big deal too, because they're just like, what are you talking about? We just lost our job for doing our job, is what they thought. I'll bet you.
yeah, not realizing, yeah,
Not necessarily seeing people as people, or
more as numbers. And so that caught our attention. The reason it caught our attention is because given that we have to have people come through our house to help us in the morning and at nights and to help us do certain things, we see the good side of people, and sometimes we see the bad side of people. And you can tell the people that are there for the actual care and the ones that are there just to get that paycheck. So when somebody comes in and says, and cleans house like he did, that got our attention. And then plus I was in the medical field before we started 2 People.
I met him, so that was.
So yeah, and after my parents retired, and yeah, I worked at their office. Then they sold to the hospital. Well, the hospital is corporate, and I'm sorry, corporate puts money over care. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm dogging on our hospital and our medical system, but that's just the cold hard truth. So I have a lot invested in knowing that people are getting cared for, and because when you put care over the money will come, and that's what Max thinks. He knows you you care for these people, you get their asses better, and they talk, and they talk, and they talk, and people come to New Amsterdam when they need to. So, in the storyline, Max has a reason for being there. It turns out that his sister went to New Amsterdam when she was young, and she died. And so he felt obligated to keep her legacy alive by being director when it came up his time to come up. And so at the end of the first the first part of last season, a patient came in presenting that she needed a new heart. Well, he found out who the recipient was, or the donor was, and it was his sister. So he felt obligated, like hell-bent on saving his sister's heart, regardless of the money, regardless of any of the other patients in the hospital. He spent the whole night keeping this girl's ass alive so he could either save his sister's heart or keep the lady alive. Turns out that he couldn't save his sister's heart, and the lady always knew, unbeknownst to him, the lady always knew that it was his sister, and so she had his sister's heart cremated, and they gave it to him in an urn, and he went to a pier and dumped her ashes in a lake. And when he did that, his past came to a head, that he had cancer. And I guess, and they didn't really say it out loud, but the stress of doing
Probably wasn't eating or doing taking care of himself the whole day or two. What time to study?
Yeah, and he passed out. So, yeah.
This season, and you're like, no.
And to boot, they're in the middle of nowhere, and his wife is pregnant. Mm-hmm. So you've got Dr. Max with cancer, passed out, and his wife like ready to pop, and she has no one to help her. So fast forward to yesterday's episode, and Max is in a coma, and she's surprisingly didn't go into labor. How the hell she didn't go into labor? How the hell she got him back into the car and to the hospital is beyond me.
Determination.
Yeah, I mean
that woman mom strength thing.
Yeah, just mommy mode just kicked in, and you're not gonna freaking die on us. So
this show has so much heart. Pardon the pun. It has so much thought put into it. The cast, the dialogue. I mean, it's just something you would want to watch, and then be happy you did.
So there were flashbacks on both Max's part and his wife's part of them being together and of getting together, and then when she found out she was pregnant, and he was so wrapped up in his work that he just kind of put the baby on the back burner, and because he wanted to get their life as good as possible. But of course, anybody, and we know, there is no right time. There's always going to be something to screw up. Something, I mean, like hence today with my other vlog, had a new chick, and it was just, this one was, it was something serious. Think of two Crips in one room, two wheelchairs trying to move around each other like Keystone Cops, falling all over each other. And but So what do you think? I mean, they are.
What's gonna happen? I have no idea. Because every time, like you would think you know what's gonna happen, and then something else throws you for a loop, and then I don't know.
I don't know either.
Uh,
I mean, you guys, if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to. I normally don't like to do spoilers, but it came out that the uh, Max's wife had called in everybody from all the staff and told them Max's secret that he had cancer and that um, he was going to be going into treatment, and but she gave him her blessing to keep going because
I hope that doesn't flare back on him though. For being like people are gonna start pitying him or thinking he can't do the job because he's sick. I don't know.
oh no, and I hope she doesn't resent that she said that either. Because you can always say something at the spur of the moment.
Even thinking you're doing a good, I'm sure she wouldn't have said it if she didn't think she was
But then,
helping him, but
when baby comes and he's either laid up sick or has to be Dr. Max, then she's going to be like, why the hell did I say that? You know, he should be Daddy Max instead of Dr. Max for people that he didn't even know. And growing up with two doctors in the house, I remember feeling that.
yeah, you were telling me
You know,
all about
you know,
sitting down to Christmas dinner and getting
or whatever. Yeah,
somebody would have to get up and go home, which is good, but it's good that they do it and we need this and but at the same time you're thinking, where'd mom go? Well, where's dad? This is Christmas. Where's dad going? Like,
yeah.
so, but
Who cares about somebody's baby or whatever? You're my mom, my dad. And I mean, because I was young at the time, and that's just my immaturity, but still.
I don't know how far they're going to take this show, but I hope they can continue season after season, and we just get to see what good Max is going to do because I think this doctor needs to be at every single hospital in the entire world.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if we had a doctor that was true, I mean, even in yesterday's episode, the wife was sitting by the wall reminiscing about she and Max when they were younger, and this janitor came to her and said, your husband was the first director that actually gave a shit about us. And I mean,
You couldn't help but be proud of that. Though even though that they're away from you, that would be a nice, But, so you said NBC, Tuesday nights. What else?
Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock our time, which is Central. It's in the second half of the second season.
So yeah, you guys all binge watching all these shows. It won't be that hard to catch up.
And there's a surely I'm not certain, but NBC's probably got a streaming service now because all the channels do. That's why Netflix is slowly dying or being relegated to its own original stuff.
But anyway, that's probably a different post.
Yeah, that'll come up again because all of our shows are getting canceled because of contracts being up and not wanting to be renewed. But yeah, guys, we've stepped out of the crypt talk for a while just because we're not. Being a crypt is not just what we are. So we're gonna be talking about other stuff as well. But our core reason is to be there for you guys, crypt or not, just to talk about our experiences and for you guys to know that you're not alone in your experiences and to bounce ideas off each other because we want to know about you guys too because we only know about our cryptnesses from our point of view, but
yeah, hit us up. Check us out on Facebook or Twitter or
we're under Jason Rody or Joey D. Rody
on Facebook.
On Facebook. Yeah. We're on Twitter. And if you like what you see, subscribe and hit us up. Look us up on twopeoplebelow.com. And thanks for watching, and as always, be good to each other.
We love you.